Hi guys, I'm just going to invite some people and see if anybody wants to watch along with me. Hey, whoever's there, I'm just inviting some people. Let's see if anybody wants to watch along. Just bear with me a second. Say hello if you're there. Right. We've invited a few people. Hi Anita. Thank you for watching. Hi Kim. Hi Leah. I'm just waiting for a few people to jump on and I'll get started. Excuse the au naturel look. This will be the point of the video. Hi, is Brandon now? Anita, is he any better? Say hello if you're there. And said I'm just waiting for a few people to jump on, so I'm not talking to myself. Please feel free to share this video. The more likes, love hearts and shares, the better. It helps my business. Hi Jessica. So I'm just waiting for a few people to jump on and then I'll get started. Excuse the au naturel look. I will be changing that in a minute. Feeling so pasty today. I don't know if it's the light and the weather's not helping. Miserable. Much better, still not. Tell me the reason. Same with Sky. She's got no reason. Hi Jess. She's got no reason behind it, and she doesn't seem remorseful at all. She doesn't. It's as if she doesn't care. It's not actually sinking in the reasons why, but tomorrow she's being assessed, so fingers crossed. Right guys, there's a couple of people on, so I'm just going to talk through what I'm going to do. I did a poll on my VIP page to see what people would actually like to see or see demonstrated again, and it was for the full coverage, foundation, primer, concealer, things like that. So yeah, hi Becky. So I just thought I'd go through it all again and probably just finish my makeup as I go and show you the products as I go on. I've done quite a few of these videos now, so it's hard to not repeat yourself constantly. Oh, thank you Becky. Thanks for sharing. So I've already moisturised my face, and at the moment, if I can just grab it, I'm using the Younique Royalty Daily Divine Moisturiser. I have combination skin. My T-zone gets really oily, but I get sort of dry patches all sort of on my cheekbones and along my chin. And this is sort of a really good in between. It doesn't make your skin oily, but it doesn't dry it out. It's really good, and I have noticed my skin's not as dry as it used to be. So definitely recommend. So the next thing that we do, obviously, is Touch Glorious Face Primer. Now, if you're not sure what primer's for, it is to create a good base. It is to blur out any open pores. It's to increase the longevity of your makeup, to stop it from obviously slipping off. Hi Amy. So I've just got, if you can see this, just like a pea-sized amount. Now if you put too much on, it will just sort of glide all over your face. If you don't put enough on, you're not going to get the benefits. So you want to make that balance right. So I'll say like a pea-sized amount will cover your entire face. I'm actually running out of this primer. Now, I know I said it will last up to a year, but I've been making up some samples, sending them out to people. I've done quite a few makeovers. I've done parties where they've all used it. I use it every morning when I do my makeup, and then obviously when I do demos I redo my makeup, so that's like twice a day. So it's had some fair usage. So yeah, as you can see, and you just want to let that sort of sink into your skin a little bit, let it dry off so it's no longer tacky, and it really does dry to sort of a velvety finish. It's really nice. And any leftover you can actually run through your hair. It's really good as a hair primer to get rid of frizz. Multitasking. So as you can see, my skin is not the best. I suffer with adult acne and I constantly get breakouts. This seems to be my most problematic area, sort of my jawline onto my neck. And also I've got one up on my cheek. As you can see, I'm patchy. I get red areas in my T-zone. That's all going to disappear. So what I like to use first is my concealer. Now, I am the colour Organza, which is the second lightest colour. And our concealers perfectly match the foundations. They are a true match to the foundations. So it doesn't matter if you get the same colour concealer as foundation, they will match completely, they will blend into one another. You're not going to get patches. It's amount of times I've had foundations, put a concealer over the top, and I've got, like, you can see circles where the, you know, sort of the tide marks of the concealer. So these are brilliant. So all I'm going to use, that was the lid. I've just got like a little smear, and I'm just gonna. Now I've never known a concealer like this before. It is so thick. So yeah, I've just got a mirror here, so if you see me looking to the side, that's why. Just so I can see where all my blemishes are. And I just like to use my finger to sort of blend it in. You can use a brush if that's what you prefer. You can use a beauty blender. And it's all personal preferences. There's no right or wrong. And so I'm not a professional makeup artist. I'm just somebody who enjoys playing with makeup. I'm just a regular girl. And I think that's the best thing about this. I'm not like, oh, I'm professional and you need to do it like this. I just show you how I do it, and then you can do whatever. Now I'm just gonna cover this little bit of redness here. Hi, Brendan. Oh, I'm getting a bit of a glare. Ooh. So I'm just gonna blend all this in. I've got really big open pores here. I tend to get foundation that pulls in it, so I have to just be careful. A little bit there. Just seeing what you can see in the camera and what I can see. Hi Amy, nice to see you. How is it at your new house? You alright? I'm just going to blend all this onto my neck, because as I said, I've got quite a bad area, but as you can see already, it's starting to blur out, which is really good. I'm just taking the tiniest little bit at a time because I don't want to waste any. As I say, it's really thick and it goes such a long way. I've had this for 4 months and I've barely touched it. That doesn't mean that I've not used it, it's just hardly gone down. So this is definitely worth the money. If you are looking for a decent concealer, this is in my opinion, if I didn't work for Younique and I actually tried this, I would recommend it. People that know me know that I will not recommend anything that I won't buy myself. So now that we've used that, we're going to go over with foundation. As I said, I use the colour Organza, which is the second lightest, and what you always want to do before usage is just give it a good shake. Because it is pure liquid, they can tend to separate a little bit, like any liquid would. So just give it a good shake. And because it's got no preservatives or anything like that in it, it can separate. So you can use the liquid foundation brush, which is obviously the preferred option, which is really nice, sort of dense but soft brush. Or you can actually use the powder puff brush, whichever you prefer. Now I've used both, but for the purposes of the video, I'm going to use the liquid foundation brush, just because it's softer on my skin. The other one's a little bit scratchy, but you get sort of a more lighter finish. So, as always, I'm just going to do 5 drops. There you go. That's 4, but I did 2 on one. You know what I mean. Hi guys, say hello if you're there. Hi Rebecca, Laura, Shirley. Everybody was there. So, all we do now is we just dot this all around our face, just to disperse the coverage, otherwise we'll just get it all in one area. And this foundation is full coverage, but it's got such a sort of a lightweight finish. It doesn't feel like heavy on your skin, it's really nice. And it blends out so beautifully. I mean, I've tried this on people that I thought were lighter skin tone than me and people that were darker than me. And this particular colour, organza, worked for both of them. I've got a friend who's recently purchased it off me, and she's quite yellow toned skin. And I had a girl who was pink toned skin with auburn hair, so really sort of pale auburn hair, and it worked perfectly. So, hi Carly! So yeah, they blend out so beautifully well, and we do have a 14-day money-back guarantee. So if you buy it and you're not overly sure on the colour, and when you get it, it is the wrong shade, you can return it. No questions asked, and you can either exchange it or request a full refund if you're not entirely happy with it. But that's never going to happen. I've never had a single person returned. I've always been able to quite accurately colour match as well. So if you aren't in need of a colour match, let me know. And if I'm not sure, I will always ask my team. As I said, if it does turn out to be the wrong colour, then you can always exchange it. How are you feeling, Carla? Any better? See, I always like to blend down onto my neck. Obviously make sure it's all natural. And what people forget is they don't blend into their ears, so they always get a tide mark. I try to make it look as seamless as possible. So, that's our concealer and foundation done, and look, no redness. My spots are disappearing, which is always a good thing. Now, I've got quite bad mummy bags, as I call them. Dark circles, my little one's teething. She's just cut her first 2 teeth yesterday and today, which is brilliant. But it does cause restless nights. So, I've got another concealer, and this is in the colour Scarlet, which is the lightest shade, and I like to use this just under my eyes and on my eyelids, just to sort of brighten my eyes up. As I said, you need the tiniest amount, and you always want to do sort of a V-shaped. If you just go back and forth, you will accentuate the bags. If you go downwards, you will actually open your eyes up. You'll bring your bottom eyelid down and sort of highlight that area. So it's always good to just do that V, and you can obviously blend it out into your cheeks and everything. So I've got some sort of tribal thing going on. And then over my eyes. Don't I look good? So yeah, again, just use my finger. I like to use my finger because the warmth from your hand sort of melts the concealer and just makes it easier to blend out, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're going over eyelids as well, because I've got quite veiny eyelids, and quite, if you can just see on this one, I've got like a blue tone to it. So I like just to give a good coverage, and it makes my eyeshadow stand out a little bit more. And I get, if you can see, like, I've got big veins in my eyes, and it looks really dark blue. Doesn't look, it's not pretty. So I'm just blending all this out. Ooh, I'm looking a bit ghosty now. But we'll change all that. So bring it all down. Got a bit too much on there. And then all over the top of the eyelid. Is there talk to me if you're there? I feel like I'm talking just to my phone at the moment. Who's watching? What's everyone been up to? You get those dark parts as well, right in sort of the inner of your eye. Okay, I'm just going to blend this out a bit because I'm looking a little bit, bit ghosty. Make sure it's all nice and seamless. Any excess I can use in the corner of my nose because I always get sort of red, dark red bit. Oh, I've got an eyelash. Right. Mummy bags, gone. Any spare concealer, just recover our eyes. So, spots gone, redness gone, mummy bags gone. Now we need to keep this in place. So, got options. Some people, if you don't get oily skin, not a problem, leave as. Me, I get oily skin. It tends to sort of come off quite easily during the day. So you can use this, which is the Touch Behold Translucent Setting Powder. It's a loose powder and it's got this sort of, what would you call it, like a mesh, just to protect the powder, and you dip your brush on top of the mesh and the powder comes off, which is really good. Or you can use just a regular powder, pressed powder foundation. This is one of my trusty old ones. It's just an old one, but I will be using the loose one today. So you just want to sort of load your brush up. As I said, you just dip into there, and I like to just do under my eyes first. I don't really rub it in. I tend to pat rather than rub. And this way, oh, can you see all the powder flying about? This is why I like to just pat. So it sort of gets into your pores and it presses the foundation into your skin, and then any sort of loose powder, as you can see I've got loose powder on my nose and everything, I will blend that in afterwards. It is a good setting powder, I will admit. It's a little bit, I'm going to be honest, it's on a little bit of the pricey side, but it is good. You definitely get what you pay for, so now that's all sort of sinking to my skin. Now I can go back round and just rub that all in. Our new loose powder foundation came out today, and it's in the similar component as this. So it's the loose powder with the mesh. I can't wait to try that out. I've ordered my colour today, and it's already in the first 5 colours. The lightest, starting from the lightest upwards, the first 5 colours are sold out. So if you didn't quite get in there, your loss. Hi Penny. That was quick. I thought you were going to be a bit late. So yeah, I've done my moisturiser, primer, concealer, foundation, concealer to highlight under my eyes, and powder. And that has taken sort of 5 minutes. I can't see the timer. But yeah. So that's the base done. And I said I've got no redness. All my redness has gone. My spots have disappeared, which is brilliant. My dark circles have gone. My veiny eyes have gone. Brilliant. But now I'm looking a little bit pasty, so we're gonna have to add some colour. So first thing I like to do is contour. Now, with contouring, there's loads of options you can do. If you like your cream contours, hi Mac, if you like your cream contours, you can use a concealer, if you've got a darker one. This is in the colour Cypress. It's obviously just a warm chocolatey brown colour. You can use, let's have a look. I've got the pressed powder foundation. If I can open it up, and this is in the colour Suede. So you could use this as a bronzer or a contour powder, as well as obviously foundation. Or what I like to do is take my palette 1, and I like to use these two colours, which are Chipot and Forthright, and I use them for contouring. I said this palette is so versatile. So I'm just going to get a pointy brush. This is a Real Techniques brush, just a pointy brush, and then we're just going to chisel out these cheekbones. Now you look at that and think, oh, that's so dark. But you just watch. That looks terrifying, doesn't it? Watch. Just let me get rid of this excess on my brush. We'll just contour the nose. Make me look like I've got a bit of a thinner nose, because by God do I need one. And then all we're going to do is swirl, and we always go up, don't blend down. And these blend out so well. And so if you suck your cheek in, you can see where you're supposed to blend. Oh, thank you, Layla. I've noticed in all my selfies, my nose seems to be the focal point. Maybe I need to sort of decorate it or something. So you can see we've gone from this harsh line to a perfectly chiselled cheekbone. And we've just sort of created that shadow to make our cheekbone stand out more. And that's what the whole point of contouring is. We want to emphasise these curves on our face and make it look like we've got thinner faces and longer faces, and emphasise our cheekbones and all the rest of it. So yeah. I mean, if you're not used to contouring, you can just apply it a lot lighter and build it up as you want. But as you can see, we've now got sort of shadows going on, which emphasise you can see my cheekbones more. I like to take the colour Chipper, which is the more warm toned, and I like to use this for sort of my forehead and my temples. I can't really see. I'm getting a bit of a glare. And this gives us sort of a sun-kissed look. Now I have got a really good bronzer from Younique. I'm not a fan of bronzers because they tend to be too glittery, and I'm not keen on shine in that respect. I love my highlighters, but not in bronzers. And it's really nice. It's half shimmer and half matte, and it gives a really nice colouring. I did a one-to-one the other day, and I showed the girl how to use it just to warm up her face, because she's like me, doesn't really tan, so always looks pasty during the summer, and using that it just really warms your skin up. So I'm just going to add a little bit more, bring it down a little bit, and then you can always take under your jawbone. Now I've got a receding jaw, so I don't have a defined jawline, so I just tend to just create that shadow. Let's wait. No problem. So yeah, that's a little bit of contouring done. Next, I love a bit of dropping everything. I love a bit of blusher. Now I've got the colour Sweet. Now I think this is a perfect colour for every skin tone. It's sort of a light corally pink, and it's perfect. It blends out really well. It's not too pink or red. It's really natural, and it's massive. You can see the size of that. See the size of my hand. It's absolutely huge. You're going to get loads of usage of that, and it comes with a really good quality mirror. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush, a couple of dabs, and you just dab it, going from the apples of your cheek backwards, and this sort of elongates your face. You don't want to just put it on the apples of your cheeks, because it can make you look a bit of a clown. But I do believe there's different ways to apply it for different shaped faces, so Don't quote me on that. I just tend to take it back because it lifts my cheekbones up. So, now that we've got a little bit of colour going on, we're not as drowned out. We've got to have some highlight. Now I've got the colour, what is it? I've got the colour Iridescent. Now I've got the colour Lustrous, which is a rosy gold colour. And I've got the colour Benevolent, which is sort of a peachy champagne colour. This is Iridescent, and it's a prismatic white. So if you don't blend out, it will, as you can see, if you don't blend it out, it will sort of cause a white mark. But the shimmer is absolutely amazing. I've just got a fan brush, nothing too fancy. I'm just gonna, I want you to be able to see this without the glare. Can you see this? Can you see the highlight going on? Ooh, you can see the glare now. Why is it? I'm in natural light and my skin tone changes wherever I move. It's cute, isn't it? I shouldn't tell you this, but it was $1.99 on eBay. So yeah, we've got a highlight going on. Now I'm just gonna, now that's all my base done. That is what people have voted for. I've done all my base, I've done my moisturiser, my primer, my concealer, my foundation, my highlighting concealer, my contouring, my blush and my highlight. All done. So if that's all you wanted to watch, then please feel free to leave. But if you want to carry on, I'm going to do my eyebrows, a bit of eye makeup and things like that. So it's entirely up to you. So if you're leaving, thank you for watching. But I'm just going to carry on. So if you want to talk to me, feel free. And so I'm just going to use my palette again. And I'm taking the colour Forthright to do my eyebrows, because it is the perfect dark brown for my eyebrows. Yeah, I'm going to do them now. So I've just got my my brow brush. Now I don't recommend many brushes because I think you can find good brushes for quite cheap. But I'm going to do a wing as well. But I will do full tutorials. But this is a brush that I would definitely recommend purchasing if you do like doing your eyebrows. So as I said, I'm just going to take this colour Forthright, which is a darkest brown. And so pen, I have got my eyeliner here, so I will be doing a wing. Oh, thank you, Bex. So as you can see, I've got no eyebrows. I mean, I don't lie about this. I've got nothing. I've got no shape to them whatsoever. So all mine is faked. So I always, as you can see, I've got quite a low bit here, and I always take that and I go straight up. Yeah, it's eyeshadow. It's the eyeshadow palette. I said I use this for my contouring, I use this for my eyebrows, I use it for my liner, I use it for my eyeshadow. This, I use it for my highlighting. It's the best palette ever. It really is. So yeah, if you know the rules of your eyebrows, go from the corner of your nose to the corner of your eye. That's where they should begin. You go from the corner of your nose through your pupil, if you look forward, and that's where your arch should be. And then the corner of your nose to the end of your eye, and that's where your eyebrow should end. So if you didn't know that, you've learnt something today. So yeah, I'm just taking this dark colour, tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to go from, just from there, and create my shape. And I use small brush strokes. See, now you know. Not just a pretty face, me, you know. I do know a bit or two. No, I tend to watch a lot of YouTube videos. It's sort of relaxing. I don't know if you've heard of ASMR. It's sort of like relaxing videos for stress and anxiety. So there's like, people watch pimple popping. I'm guilty of that. Slime videos, people just scrunching slime and stretching it and the noises it makes. Unboxing videos, things like that. It's all sorts of different ones. I tend to watch makeup tutorials just because I like watching pretty things. So yeah, I always go along my lash line and then I create the shape underneath because my eyebrows are quite high up. So when I overpluck them, I took all the bottom of the eyebrow away. I've been having them tinted every 4 weeks and they're sort of encouraging some smaller hairs to grow back. But it's sort of a lengthy process, so we shall see. And then we're just gonna create this little front bit. So straight away I've got half decent shape going on. Hi Leah! I've just been showing the full face coverage foundation and concealer and everything. Now I'm just finishing off the rest of my makeup, so feel free to watch along and chat away to me. And say, my other half's on game. Is it like a square shape almost on the end part? What, on the inner part do you mean? Or on the end? Which bit do you mean, Bex? I hate the fact there's so much of a delay on Facebook. Yeah, the inner. Yeah, you sort of go down. Yeah, you sort of go straight down. Well, I tend to anyway, and then I go up into my arch, and as I said, through your eyebrow, from the corner of your nose through your pupil, and that's where the height of your arch wants to be. And then, so you can almost sort of draw it in. I mean, if you prefer pencils or cream, like pomades, you can use them. Or if you prefer sort of a shadow, a powder, that sort of thing. Whatever you feel best. I think I practiced first with pencils, and then I would fill in. But I use anything, whatever's to hand. I've got pencils, I've got pomades, I've got eyeshadows, powders. Obviously I've got the brow palette, which I love, but I like to just use everything in one go with this. So yeah, I always tend to sort of outer line the top of my eyebrow, and then the bottom I tend to draw in, if that makes sense. So the top of my eyebrow is what is my natural hair, and then the bottom is what I create. You just want to use sort of small strokes. I mean, I tend to just colour in. Just by using a bit of eyeshadow, completely different. You just match your eyebrows. Do you match your hair? I tend to match my hair. I mean, I used to use that colour. You know, when I was, I had more red to my hair, but now I've got my natural colour, which is dark brown. I tend to use my dark colour. So it tends to, whatever you think, whatever your natural hair colour is. I always do the dark colour and then I go over it with the light, so it creates that sort of three-dimensional look. So you've not just got caterpillars on your eyes. The amount of girls I see with that, and I just think, if only you just took a bit more time. I mean, they're not looking even, but they're meant to be sisters, not twins. You do need one of these brushes. They are £15, but they are, as I said, it is a brush that I would definitely recommend. Now, I've shown you all the brushes that I use. I mean, I use all the Younique ones and everything, but I wouldn't personally spend so much money out on those brushes. Like, I use some by Eco Tools and Real Techniques, and they're just as good. So don't get me wrong, the Younique brushes are brilliant, but they're supposed to be sisters, not twins. And then I just go over it, you know, this chipper colour, the lighter colour, and I just sort of fill in a bit more with this, and it just creates a little bit of 3D going on. So you've not got just dark blocks. Makes it look like you've got actual natural hairs going on. Threading. Oh, I don't know how you can have them threaded. I had it done once when Hannah was when she was training. and it hurts. I haven't plucked and I haven't waxed, but not threaded. It hurt. That hurts too much. It's like epilating. Has anyone used an epilator? Oh, I stupidly used it one time in my nether regions, and it wasn't a fun time. So yeah, look at my eyebrows. I have eyebrows. I'll be covering my eyebrows when I'm around you. Bless you. And say, you don't need all this. You're actually confident enough to go out with no makeup. I daren't go out of the house with no makeup. Did you see the beginning of this video? If you didn't, when it's posted, scroll back and you will see the state of me and you'll understand why I do not do the school run with no makeup on. So, I'm still going to use this palette. You're going to wax yours as well. Eyebrow brush. Eyebrow? Eyeshadow? Fluffy brush. Ready? Look at all that powder on there. So, I'm just going to do a really quick eye look. I use this on the school run quite often because it takes 2 minutes. I take the colour Chipper, which is a lighter brown. Yeah, but you're confident enough to do the school run with no makeup. I'm not. I mean, if you saw the beginning of this video, I looked horrendous. Like, ridiculously bad. I look pale and pasty and ill. So you'll probably see me in the school, when I do the school run, with this look. It takes 2 minutes. So I use a lighter colour and I just go through my crease and up to create a bit of a smokiness going on. And so this is my I don't feel. What do you mean you don't feel? You don't feel what? You don't feel loved? You don't feel pain? I don't know what you mean, pen. Oh, you don't feel confident? Well, finish your sentences off, woman. So yeah, I create that shadow. Then I take the colour, darkest colour, Forthright, and I just apply this into the corner just to create that depth. And emphasise my crease and bring it up. And it opens my eye up. So as you can see, you go up with your eye and it lifts it rather than. You don't want to go straight across and you don't want to go down because it will obviously bring your eyes down. I mean, this sounds like common sense and I don't want to patronise anybody, but it's just little tips. I feel like sometimes you're on the other end going, ugh, what is she on about? Of course we know this. I like to think I'm helping somebody. I mean, if I'm talking absolute nonsense, then tell me. Tell me off. Tell me to shut up. I'll gladly do that. Yeah. It definitely makes your eyes look more awake. It lifts. So if you can see in my eyes, it's like lifting up. Because you're creating that shadow going up. It's because I've not a clue when it comes to makeup. I've been there for hours. Oh, you wouldn't. Honestly, watch some of my videos. I've done a tutorial on everything, on eyebrows, on mascara, on contouring, highlighting, just how to apply the foundation, the mascara, concealers, blusher. I've pretty much done a video for everything so far. So yeah, I'm just blending all that out. And then I just get my dense flat brush. So it's my trusty one. It's got shimmer on it from this morning. This is an Eco Tools brush, and it came with another similar brush to this, another double-ended one, which had a brow brush on one side, but I found that's too thick. And then another, it was like an angled brush. I ain't got my other brush up here. So yeah. Yeah, you love your foundation, don't you? So, once all that's blended in, just take the brush, and I just tend to wet it, and I've got a bit of, got a bit of water at the side of me. And I just dampen my brush, and then I'm just going to go in this colour Brassy, which is this sort of golden colour. if you think you ain't got time, with that foundation you have, it blends out so quickly. So once you've put your primer on or moisturiser, whatever you use, literally just swirl it all around your face and it blends out amazingly. I mean, I do all this in a morning. I mean, I probably don't do my concealer and everything, but I will put foundation on. I might put a bit of blush if I'm in mood. And I'll do all my eyes and my eyebrows, which you'll see. So yeah, now that my brush is wet, I'm just going over this colour. Hi Kev, I don't think this video's for you, darling. Aww, bless him. So yeah, just create that little bit of shimmer. And then use your brush just to blend it all out so you've got no harsh lines. And I'm just going to take this colour here, which is called Zealous. It's quite a nice name. It's a shimmery chocolate colour. And I just smoke out my bottom lash line. So that's beautiful. Oh, did you see that picture of Sky when she got hold of my makeup? Luckily it wasn't my Younique stuff because that's all in a big makeup trunk. But she got hold of one of my palettes, my Urban Decay palette. And as you know, they're not cheap. And she got my brushes and she stabbed them. And then she drew all over her face. She likes to copy me. So I've given her like one of my old palettes, what I don't use anymore, which we're going to go in bin, but I'll give her that to play with. So I'm just smoking out the lash line. I've gone up a little bit because that sort of helps me with my eyeliner. And then, if I just clean off my brush on my PJ bottoms, because I'm glamorous like that, I'm just going to take this colour, Sincere. Oh, if you can see it. It's a silver colour, and as you can see, it's had some hammering. I use it all the time. I'm just going to use it for my brow highlight. And blend that all out, and as you can see, it's a nice little shimmer. Wants to be like Mummy, yeah. Every time I go in the kitchen, she's like, Mummy, are you going to do your makeup? She said it today, she went, Mummy, are you doing your makeup again? I'm like, yeah, I've got to. What am I doing? Eyeliner. So, this one is the Moodstruck Precision Liquid Eyeliner. I've used many eyeliners. I like these type, if you can see. The sort of felt tip ones, and this one's got a really nice fine nib. Now, I've not used this one quite often. It's not dried up, it's alright. I've got a really good one. It's from a different brand. It's the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. It is genuinely the best one I've ever used. But this is good. So, what I tend to do is I just tend to press the nib against the corner of my eye into the direction I want it. And I use the nib to create that point. And then you can always neaten it up afterwards. So I'm just going to look in this, mirror. As you can see, I've got my line. And then set that line. And I just sort of go across. It's a bit awkward, this. Because I'm trying not to cover what I'm doing. You sort of want to take that from almost like the hood of your eye, like the highest point of your eye, across to that point. If you get what I mean, from this point to your eyelid. And then you just go from your inner corner and you just run it across in tight line. And that's one wing done. You're at mine tomorrow afternoon, so guess what we're doing? What are we doing, Pen? I said I've never applied eyeliner to another person, but I can show you what to do. So, oh, I've gone up a little bit up with that one, haven't I? Oh well. For the purpose of this video, you're gonna forgive me. Nearly done. Oh, I'm not looking forward to school tomorrow. I don't want to know what the outcome is. Sort of dread taking it to school because I'm scared of what's going to happen. It's not good. Looking for my foundation, my mascara then. Mascara, transplanting gel, fibres. I'm just going to do a single coat on each one because obviously people have got things to do. You don't want to be watching me all night. Yeah, I hope so. It can't get any worse. Oh. So, as always with the mascara. Yeah, I did. Oh, did he say who did that? Somebody smacked him with a toy or something in there. I was certain she was going to say it was Sky. I was absolutely certain. I was ready to apologise. He got smacked in the eye with a toy and he got a big black eye and a cut across his cheekbone. It looks sore. So once we've put the gel on, pack it with fibres. Top and bottom, flick it back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. Do you remember that song? I whip my hair back and forth, I whip my hair back and forth. Who sang that? Was it Willow Smith? Was it Willow Smith? Will Smith's daughter. Caden hit him with a brick. Oh my god. You've seen me do this 110 times. So I'm not really talking through it, but if you've never seen me do it, you create a thin layer of transplanting gel and then pack it with fibres. Oh, you like my singing, Amy? Oh, night, Brandon. Brandon lives next door, if anyone's wondering. He's banging on the wall to say good night to me. Yeah, I'm going to kick. So that's just one coat of the 3D Fibre Lash Mascara. Oh. And just apply a layer on the bottom. I think I'm ready for any mascara. I have to treat myself to another one. I say I've ordered that new foundation today, the loose powder one. The first 5 colours sold out in 20 minutes. So if you was umming and ahhing about getting it at a later date, you're not going to get that one now. So it's limited edition. So yeah, and I'm just gonna seal the fibres in. Always, like, never forget to seal them back in. Renee says hi. Oh, hi Renee. Miss you, darling. I hope you're getting on in your new house. So that is my mascara done. Oops, you're in trouble now. You burned his tea. What did I do? Sausage pasta thing. It was a concoction. I had some sausages that needed using. And then, I think last, I'm just going to put a bit of lip gloss on just to finish it off. And this is in the colour Lucky. You can see that, it's upside down. There you go. And it's a really nice sort of chocolatey brown colour. And they've got really pretty little mirrors on as well, which is always handy. I'm not a fan of lip glosses normally because they're quite sticky, but these are quite nice. Really sort of creamy formula. And this one's quite sheer, so it's not like a dramatic colour. And you lot are crackers. We're not crackers. We're just bored. So there you are. I've gone from pale, pasty to actually not bad, quite glamorous. And it was really easy to do. So if you have any ideas for anything you'd like to see me do, if you've seen a particular eye look and you want to see me recreate it, let me know. I know, Penny, you want a proper tutorial on winged eyeliners. I'll try and do my best with that. Because you can actually use little brushes and a gel, things like that, so I can show you the different ways. If you want a more detailed one on contouring, on highlighting, if you want a full tutorial on eyebrows, Becky, like you said, I can do just a tutorial based on eyebrows. Not a problem. So if you got any ideas, let me know, because I don't want to be doing these videos if you're getting bored. Obviously, I want to show the makeup off. I want to make this business. I want to, obviously, to gain customers, but obviously I want to inform you. So if you know, if you want to see something particular, please let me know. Please talk to me. Please interact. Because I feel like I'm on my own. Looks good. But I said run down the street naked. It's telling me to run down the street naked. Nobody wants to see that. I can tell you that for definite. Nobody wants to see me run down the street naked. And it's raining. It's not nice. Carl's still going to do that. So yeah, I suppose I better go downstairs and watch him on his game and sit twiddling my thumbs. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. Please let me know if there's anything you want to see. Yeah, I am. I'm going to attack him one day and do his full makeover. So yeah, Penny, Eleanor, I will see you bright and early in the morning. Anita, you live next door, so I will see you. I see you all the time. And everybody else, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you all very soon. And take care, guys.